Okay, this is me crank calling Loveline.
And
how old are we, Sketch? Me and Sketch are here.
I'm sorry. First, I should tell you that we do not live in the same city.
3, I would
And
say.
so it's
17
long
maybe.
distance, and so
17
I see
years
him
old.
maybe once a month.
Within the sound of my voice, feel free to
Here
have
we
a
go.
real relationship.
Here we go.
You're on Loveline.
Hi, I'm Drew. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Last Saturday I had gone out to a bar with a buddy of mine, and we had been drinking a little bit. We ingested psychedelic mushrooms, and I ran into a man that I found attractive, and for some reason I wanted to further that attraction.
This is while you were on mushrooms.
Yes.
Had you ever had those kinds of feelings before?
No, I had eaten mushrooms before, and it never really felt that way.
But have you ever felt that way, period?
No, that's what was strange. So I took this man home, to make a long story short, and we proceeded to have intercourse that evening. And I fell into a world of guilt the following day and up until now. And I've had a difficult time remedying it and dealing with it.
All right, well, we're going to fix it for you, Bill. And first, let me say that it can be a problem with a lot of hallucinogens. They free your mind, and they also free your behind.
They don't free your mind. They cause you to have experiences and do things that you wouldn't do.
Yeah, but I told you what mushrooms do, Drew. You don't look at anything as the same. I mean...
Yeah, but that's a side effect then.
Yeah, but society puts its restrictions on you. And there's certain things that are taboo, and there's certain things that you do, and certain things that you don't do. And there's certain people on autopilot in this society. You have to be. Otherwise, your head would explode. We've talked about this before.
That's how the brain works. You sort of blot out the background noise.
Right, and so all of a sudden, the idea for Bill of being with a man is just unthinkable, and then all of a sudden you get high on mushrooms, and it's like somebody took a different brain and plopped it in your head. In this case, it was a choreographer's brain, but the point is, it's a different brain.
It's very destructive.
And all of a sudden, you're doing things you never would have thought to do before. You're questioning things you never thought about before.
It's very destructive.
Absolutely. All right, so Bill.
Yes.
You got high, you got screwed up, and you kind of slipped up a little bit.
Right.
And here's the deal: you weren't raped, right?
No.
You weren't taken advantage of.
Safe sex.
Excuse me?
Safe sex.
Yes.
Okay, at least you had the presence of mind for that. You sort of took advantage of yourself. Is basically what happened. So you don't have anyone to blame. And the deal is my take is, unless you have homosexual feelings that you're scared of dealing with, then this should be a sort of issue that you should be able to get past.
Right.
Meaning, if you're totally secure in your heterosexuality and you have absolutely no feelings of homosexuality, then you go, listen, I was jacked up and I did something stupid, just the same as if you feel guilty about getting jacked up and busting your girlfriend's windshield, or getting jacked up and peeing in the supermarket. I'm trying to think of other things I did when I was jacked up. But the point is just getting jacked up. Just getting a circle, okay? Getting jacked up and doing things that were stupid. And this happens to be a sexual thing, but it's really no different.
Well, it's different because it does generate some feelings and violate some boundaries that can be pretty painful and pretty disturbing. They really can be. But the fact is, you can get over it.
I'm trying to get him over it.
But you've got to let him have his feelings over. They're totally. I mean, of course, people would feel very disturbed about this.
Well, you see, I find myself when on psychedelics completely uninhibited as far as
but you know what?
taboos and innuendos.
Right, because you don't know what society dictates, and you don't even know what you dictate. You don't know what your dick
You
dictates.
don't know what the hell you're doing.
Absolutely.
That's also seeing as how I have no concept of society's, jurisdictions and rules that.
Of course you do.
I'm thinking perhaps while on the drug.
Right.
I'm thinking perhaps that maybe that is what is my natural self.
No, Drew, tell me.
You were on drugs.
Right.
That says it all.
All right.
You're on drugs. There's nothing natural about it. You're on drugs. Anytime somebody says I was disinhibited, I did something, it must be the way I really feel. BS. You're on drugs. You're on alcohol. Whatever it is, it's the alcohol. It's the drugs doing that. That has very little to do with you.
All right.